Waste is different from fraud. Fraud is different from abuse, and abuse is different from both. When we talk about improper payments, they are a subset of those other three categories. But that doesn't tell us the whole picture either. Sometimes improper payments are a function of bad record keeping. Sometimes they are a function of outdated information technology systems. Sometimes they come about through human error, and sometimes they come about through negligence. There are a variety of reasons why improper payments happen. It seems to me that if an administration were serious about wanting to root out waste, fraud, and abuse, they would support and resource whistleblowers and inspectors general. They would not demonize them, and they would certainly not fire them en masse in an unlawful midnight purge.
Inspector generals, why don't you explain to people what inspector generals are and what Trump has done to them? Go ahead.
Sure. Oh, at just about every federal agency, especially the big ones you've ever heard of, Department of Transportation, Department of Defense, et cetera. But there are what are called inspectors general, and they are sort of internal watchdogs. They are appointed by the president, but they're also sort of quasi-independent from the reporting structure of that federal agency. And their whole job is to just be the cop on the beat, to keep an eye on what's going on in those agencies in terms of like how money is being spent and what kind of behavior and conduct people are getting up to in those agencies. And then they're supposed to issue, report. They're supposed to do investigations. They're supposed to come up with findings and propose solutions, and they convey those to Congress. And when Trump came in January, he basically en masse fired all of the inspector general who existed at the time, which is also illegal, by the way, because there are laws on the books around how you're supposed to go about removing inspector general if you were going to do so, and he didn't comply with those.